surprised I didn't prepare it. All right. Person of the year. It's kind of a great relief to confirm that I am a person, actually. Or at least one person. It can be quite confusing in my business sometimes. On the other hand, it also strikes me with horror, realizing that this must come with twice the responsibility to be person of the year, not just man of the year. However, I see comfort in the fact that there's only 3 months left of the year, so I think this is Your Majesty, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, and this goes to table 8 as well. I would like to thank the President of the Danish American Society, Resling Halpern, Vice President Jørgen Johansen, co-chairs Hanne, Hochheim and and the members of the board for handing me this great honor. To receive this in this specific city means a little more to me than you could possibly imagine, because when I was a child, the States was an unreachable place, a blurry fantasy somewhere far, far away. And New York was the house of all those dreams. Everything I saw on TV or at the movies seemed to come from New York. They had yellow cabs, they had high-rising houses, they had real policemen with real guns, they had people playing basketballs on the street, they had a game they called pool, and of course they had the greatest hero of my childhood, Bruce Lee. There was a little Chinese man who made it all the way to America. Well, later on I learned that he was actually based in California, but it didn't really matter to me. I couldn't tell the difference. New York was in America, America had Bruce Lee, and I wanted to be him so bad. I mean, I didn't want it to be like him, I wanted to be him. I wanted to walk like him and look like him, I wanted to be fighting like him, and then I became a dancer, so it didn't really work out. So, as a dancer, at the age of 20, I was finally ready to travel outside my own country, and if you don't count Sweden as well, because we went over there to buy ice creams once in a while. I saved up a lot of money, and I received a scholarship for which I was, and I still am, very grateful. And the trip, of course, went to New York. I was accepted at the Mother Graham School of Modern Dance for a length of 3 months, and yes, I was over the moon. I couldn't wait to get started. But even more so, I couldn't wait to see the city of cities, the fairy tale. So even though my pockets were not really full of money, I couldn't resist the temptation of paying $60 to drive from the airport to my street in a yellow cab. And we went through the Lincoln Tunnel, and like a magic touch, all the houses was rising to the sky. And what do you know? On my very street corner was a policeman with a real gun. Everything was exactly like my dreams and what I had hoped for. I stayed for 4 months in a basement that was 6 square meters, and I only paid $1,000 a month. I was playing 4 hours of basketballs a day, 4 hours of pool a day, and I actually managed to attend most of my dance classes. But more importantly, I managed to feel at home. I was still a Dane, but it was no longer a dream. This had in a very short term become an endless opportunity. An opportunity that later on in life reminded me that many things are possible, maybe even becoming an actor. And most of you in here today have been living in America for years, or for decades, even generations. And as the Danish American Society is a living proof of, you still feel like Danish people. But most importantly, you have not neglected to embrace your new culture, your new home. That is an embrace that is the very base of living a meaningful and hopefully happy life, no matter where you decided to settle. And we have to remember that feeling at home more than one place in the world is not treason, it's being open-minded. That you, the Danish American Society, feel that I'm a worthy recipient of this bridge-building honor between 2 continents, it fills me with great humbleness, and I will do my very best to carry this responsibility for more than just those 3 months. And I will also thank you for finally, and maybe for the first time in my life, letting me feel a little like my childhood hero, Bruce Lee. I made it all the way to America. Thank you so much. Can we now drink some wine?